Welcome to my channel. This is Destined to Love Tarot. I'm here bringing you all your Wednesday, January the 9th, 2019 Soulmate Twin Flame General Love Reading. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for all soulmates and twin flames. So if it don't apply to you, let it fly. Take what's yours and leave the rest. And if you need a more personal reading for your own situation, all of my information is available in the description box listed below. And don't forget, always leave a comment below. Let me know if you find this helpful and insightful, if it resonates with you. I greatly appreciate it. It looks like today everyone is in the energy of, well, not really giving a lot of love, kind of trying to you know, keep their emotions and feelings at bay, finding the balance within their lives, you know, within your mind, your body, your spirit, and just finding the balance between your love life and your home life, and trying to just move to a better space. I feel like with that Two of Pentacles, you all are just, and the King of Swords, you know, just being straightforward and honest, and being clear-minded, and you know, not letting your emotions muck up any decisions at this time, not presenting or giving any emotions to anyone either. Using your intellect, you know. But then again, we also have the Seven of Cups there, so it's kind of a conflictual energy there. You're trying to keep your emotions out of things, not letting the emotions get the best of you, because you're trying to be in that King of Swords energy and find a balance between that and that Cups. But then you have that Seven of Cups there, and I feel like there's a little bit of a fogginess or a confusion due to your emotions trying to get the best of you all at this time. And so you're trying to make sure you're not looking through rose-colored glasses at any love situations right now. And then also with that Seven of Cups, I feel like a lot of you are at this time just keeping your options open. You know, you all may have a couple of other options on the table besides this soulmate twin flame connection that you have been dealing with in the past. And so you're keeping your options open, and you have a couple of other choices, and you're really weighing those up. You know, who do I want? What do I want to do? You're weighing them against each other, trying to balance them out with what is the better choice. I feel like that's where everyone is today in this energy. You know, what are my other options? Trying to change your focus onto something else right now. And then the person you're dealing with, they're standing in their power a little bit, feeling victorious. But again, this is an individual that's having some mental conflict. Now it looks like you all could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Cancer with that Chariot card there. And then we have the Wands card, so Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But however, this individual looks like they have a determination in mind. They have a goal in mind, and they're determined, and they're wanting to take actions. We have that Queen of Wands. You know, that's someone that knows what they want, where they're going, and you know, where they're headed. So they have this goal, they have this vision, this idea, and they're determined to get it. Now I feel like there's a conflict there, though, a mental conflict there, because you are their goal, that Queen of Wands. You know, they see you as a very feisty, strong, independent, powerful person that just knows their worth and their value, and is not settling for anything less. And so I feel like they have a determination, like they want the victory with you, but they're conflictual about it. Why? Because you know, there's so much love. There's an overwhelming amount of love, because this is a soulmate or a twin flame connection. You know, this is a very divine connection, but they're in that conflict about it because they know you to be their divine partner, but then there's a lot of toxic energy. You know, we also have all of this love, this passion, this desire, this strong physical connection, a very sacred connection that we have, unlike any other, you know, and it is very fulfilling to this physical body. But however, we have a lot of conflict, you know, and they feel they're in conflict because they're addicted to this connection. They're addicted to the love and addicted to the toxicity that exists this well. And so that's where their mental conflict is. I feel like as well there's been a lot of arguments and fights and toxic energy things, and so that's the conflict that they're having. I have this overflowing amount of love, but at the same time I have the same amount of toxic energy that's in this connection. So that's their conflict and their struggle right now. And as I look at the past energy here with the cards, we have the Temperance there. You know, there was an imbalance. Well, when it started out and it began, you know, it was, you felt very balanced and fulfilling with one another. You know, I feel like you all could have brought healing into one another's lives. And, you know, but then there became a point where, you know, there was a need, there was some conflict that entered, and then people weren't seeing the connection and things that were occurring within the relationship for what they were, you know, and there was some decisions that needed to be made that weren't being made. People weren't facing the truth, and then there was a chance, looks like someone made a decision, there could have been a walking away, and then they're coming back, trying to get the balance back. And so there was a struggle to decide to walk away with that Six of Swords following that Two of Swords. You know, when in that Two of Swords energy, you all needed to make a decision and were kind of refusing to make a decision, not walking away from it when you knew you needed to heal, you know, to get to a more better, stable place. You were unable to walk away. You and the love interest, your soulmate, your twin flame, was struggling to let go of it and walk away from it and see it for what it was at the time, you know, that it was imbalanced, that more of a balance and healing was needed. You all were refusing to see that healing was needed there in that Temperance and that Six of Swords. And you weren't, but, you know, able to walk away towards planting some new seeds. And so in the past, like I said, you all, when you first came together, you were feeling very balanced with one another and very fulfilled and happy. And they brought healing into your life at that time, and you brought healing into theirs because of what they could have been dealing with at the time you all met. And then you all did decide to try and plant new seeds with one another. You began a relationship, a commitment with one another, you know, because you were feeling very harmonious and happy and fulfilled and stable with this person. But then there began to come where there was this imbalance, and you all needed to walk away. And so I feel like here you did eventually walk away, and you're still kind of trying to solely let go. I do see here with this Death card where there was an ending. So there definitely was an ending here, and now you all are keeping your options open and trying to make sure to keep that balance between your intellect and your emotions. And they are here as well having that mental conflict where the love and the passionate drive that they feel bound to this connection and this toxic energy is bringing conflict to them. You know, I feel like this is someone that's determined to move past this toxic energy or this attachment to this love. So there's a need for healing here, and I feel like today everyone is just really focusing on themselves and their options. Now you all here with this Ten of Cups and this Death card definitely lets me know that this connection has come to an end. There was an ending. There was a death, you know, that has occurred, an ending of a cycle of this happy place, this joy that you were feeling with this person. And that's why you're in this Two of Pentacles here, trying to get the balance back between your mind and your emotions. And so that ending has occurred, and you're really just trying to find the balance again. But I also, with that Death card falling behind that Ten of Cups, I feel like it's saying that because this is actions that you may take, and I feel like you'll just become content and happy right now with the ending. You all are okay with the ending. You're happy with the ending. You're happy where you're at. You're feeling fulfilled. You're enjoying your home life and your family, your children. If you have children, you know, you're just content with where you are at this time. And I'm okay with that ending. That's where you all are. And they are in the energy of wanting to give love, still wanting that love potential there, and still having those physical desires and that drive. They are drawn towards you in this connection, and that's the energy that they're in right now, and that's why they're in a mental conflict. But for future potential, though, I see here Queen of Cups here. You're feeling more intuitive, you're feeling more receptive and open beginning in the future. This is future possibilities for you all, and you'll be feeling more receptive, more open to giving and receiving love in the future. But right now we know that a relationship has ended there. Why? Because it was toxic as ever, and there was some arguments and fights and things. I feel like here in the future you'll become more receptive, more open, and more ready to express loving feelings once you get the balance of it and control of it. And then working on your own spiritual journey, mastering yourself and your finances, and mastering your emotions, and wanting to build a new, stronger foundation emotionally within your own self. Everyone will be letting go of the toxic past, the toxic energy, as we saw that Devil card there. And that Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, moving into a healing place. People are taking action towards their healing and letting go of these wands that have been burdening everyone down. Letting those go, laying those wands down, and really taking time on themselves, because we have that Seven of Pentacles. So I see here where there is this pause, this in the relationship. We know it ended. There's an ending, there's a pause, there's no communication really. People are focusing on their own selves, building their foundations up, and loving themselves, and learning to be open and to giving and receiving love, loving energy, not being so blocked and guarded. But I see here where the toxicity will come to an end, and people are laying that down and really taking the time with themselves and focusing on their own soul's journeys. Let's clarify these cards here. The Temperance card, we have solitude. So again, taking that time to get that balance, that healing, and having patience, time within yourself, time to self-reflect. Now we have the refocus, clarifying the Two of Swords. So there was refusing to see that you all needed to change the focus. Like I said, was needing to change your focus and walk away towards healing at that time. And then we have the healing popped out to clarify the Six of Swords. So again, we know that is healing. Six of Swords is a healing energy, and we have the healing card there. So time of solitude to focus on healing and planting new seeds. Planting new seeds into a new direction, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So that is the energy where you all were in the recent past, focusing on yourself, focusing on new things and your healing, and focusing on moving forward to something new. We have divine timing here, clarifying the King of Swords. So like I said, you were in that King of Swords energy, trying to keep your emotions balanced with your intellect. And so just trusting, you're like, I'm in my head and I'm just going to, you intellectually know that you need to trust divine timing there. Two of Pentacles, balancing that ego. See, trying to balance the mind and the heart. Trying to balance your ego. And we have Fall here, clarifying that Seven of Cups. So like I said, a lot of options and new cycles, and just needing to have a clarity, you know, not letting your emotions get fogged up about this cycle that is ending, and understanding that that cycle that has ended, and understanding that you have a choice and an option of opening and beginning some new cycles, as the Fall card speaks of cycles. We have the Inner Child Clarifying their Queen of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like that with that clarifying their Queen of Wands really says to me that there's some inner child work issues that needs to be addressed within them. That's why that Five of Swords there with that inner conflict there, and that Queen of Wands is, you know, knowing what you want and what you're going for and who you are and standing in your power. And so they could be working on some inner child issues and coming into their power at this time, really realizing that they have some shadow work that needs to be done. Union, clarifying that Chariot card, very interesting. So this individual, like I said, is determined and to have that union with you, you know. So they are. So I feel like they're trying to do that work on themselves so that they can have that connection in the future, so that you all can come back together. But we see with that Five of Swords, there's that inner conflict. Yep, and a numbing here. So they want that union. They're determined to have that victory, but they're having that conflict and they're refusing to face it right now. There's that numbing energy, refusing to really face how you're feeling and the situation that is at hand and what's going on. Balancing the scales. Like I said, you all will be beginning to feel more balanced and happy and secure and just joyful with who you are and where you are, content emotionally. You'll be balanced. This ending has brought you all balance. Clarify the Death card here. Separation. I mean, what else is there to say? There was an ending for you all. You all are finding a balance during this time of separation. Now we have return here, and so like I said, this individual, they're determined. They want that victory with you. They want that union, and they want to return. We have the Ace of Cups being clarified with the return card. I mean, what other clearer card is that? They want to offer love. You see him reaching his hand out. He has an overwhelming amount of love, and he wants to offer it to you. He wants to return. So this is you all dealing with someone that mess things up. They really jack things up, and the relationship, you know, had a lot of challenges, but they are wanting to return. But here we have the Victim card clarifying the Devil card. So that toxic energy, you know, they feel like they have been constantly falling victim to their addictions, their temptations, their physical desires have been controlling them. They have been a victim to that, and they are being a victim to it. And it could be still being a victim, because this is future possibility. So they want to return to love. Why? You know, to you and your love, because you all do have that strong physical desire, and they just feel like they're being a victim to you and the connection because they can't resist those desires. And then, but they're understanding that they are not a victim to this toxic energy either, that you all can control it and correct it, you know. And we have Summer here, clarifying that Queen of Cups. So feeling more receptive and open to love. And with the Summer card clarifying that, I really have to say that maybe you all won't get to this place of being open to new love until you move into the summer months. You'll begin to feel more intuitive, begin to move back into your heart space, because right here, remember, you're trying to balance that pride and ego right now. You're in that cycle, and so by the summer you'll be feeling more receptive and open to welcoming in some new love, and you may have a couple of other options there. Let's see with that Three of Pentacles. soulmate. So here it looks like in the summer, like I said, you all could possibly be meeting a new soulmate here and creating a new strong foundation with the new soulmate. So if you're looking for someone new to come in, looks like that can happen towards the summer. It looks like 10 of Wands, purging and shadow work both popped out here. So again, like I said, 10 of Wands, laying down those burdens, putting that stuff behind you, purging it and doing work on yourself. Shadow work and purging. And then let's clarify that 7 of Pentacles, admire. So during this time of pausing and reflecting, really reflecting on loving one another, admiring one another, and admiring and loving yourselves. Everyone is loved and admired here during this separation. And they're really thinking about you and, you know, moving forward or away, or what do they want to do. And same for you all. Now here you all have the Judgment card, trust and death. Another card speaking of an ending, death, separation. We have the cards there, so clearly everyone is in a separation. There has been a breakup, but learning. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, and that's opening you up to what? This healing and a brand new direction to plant new seeds. So just have trust in the universe. Trust your intuition as well, because you'll be moving more into a more intuitive space. And judgment, no needing to judge yourself or anyone. Understanding that the challenges that you all have had in the past, you know, were your chances to learn. Lessons that you needed to learn to help your souls grow. So no need to judge anyone, release any judgment. Trust yourself to make the right decisions. Trust yourself to be able to accept this ending that has occurred. Understand that it was needed because you need to get more balance back into your life, as we see with that 2 of Pentacles. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So again, finding that inner balance within your own self during your time of separation. Trusting yourself to be able to be more balanced during this ending. Understanding that that ending was needed, and you will be balanced again. And then you have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And so you are becoming more consciously aware because of what has occurred. You're becoming more stable, secure, balancing the scales here. Happy and joyful, understanding that you have happiness and joy that is being offered to you through this chance of growth, through expanding your consciousness. You know, being more aware of your value and what is at hand here in the greater good. And then so Spirit is just seeing playfulness. Fine. And then that children's card there. Your love life is being affected by children. Your inner child. As we saw there with the inner child card. Going with the lighter side of life, you know, having fun, playfulness, finding your inner child, being lighthearted, moving forward. And then they're saying stay optimistic, you know, be in a positive, more high vibrational energy, and a fun, playful energy. Exude that open, fun energy and remain optimistic, knowing that, you know, true love is on the horizon and that you are lovable. And then exuding that positive, high vibrational, lighthearted energy just makes you more attractive. And then you'll be attracting in a new romantic partner here because we have a past life relationship that could be entering, and it could prove to be a very passionate, romantic, fulfilling relationship. Now, if that's for you all looking to reconcile, like I said, I do show here where we see it saying summer and a soulmate. So maybe as you work through keeping your vibrations up and putting out positive energy, you'll attract in a new soulmate, a new love in the future. And it will be someone that's a strong connection to, because you all will share a past life connection and have an immediate physical attraction and drawn to one another immediately. You'll definitely be physically attracted to this individual as soon as you meet them. And if, like I said, if that's someone coming back from the past, if that's an ex-love, like I said, you all will have a very strong connection. Now I'm just pulling two cards for healing here. Well, I usually try and pull one, but normally two pops out. We have healing, and so really just overall, and we have another card there that was speaking of healing. So again, a lot of healing is needed right now during this time of separation, time apart, because we do see where a relationship or commitment has ended. And so just take this time to heal and get the balance back. And then another card speaking of inner child. So we have two cards for healing and two cards for inner child. So Spirit is really wanting you to take note that healing is needed. Healing your inner child issues, whatever those are, you all need to heal your inner child issues today. It feels like today that's the energy that everyone is in. A lot of healing of the past. So I hope you all found this helpful and insightful. If you did, leave a comment. And for a personal reading, I am available. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you soon.